Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we're talking Zombicide. Yeah, Zombicide. First edition, though. These are some of the expansion figures that were available if you backed the Kickstarter, the original Kickstarter way back in time through Simon and Guillotine Games. I didn't do that, but our friends at Miniature Market had a sale kind of closing these out because it is from first edition. Of course, you can use it for second edition as well. I've done some previous videos where I had the stat cards where they've been updated for second edition. Check that video out. I think it has around 1,300 views at this point. But anyway, getting back to this here. So these were on sale for like 50 or 60% off. So I said, you know what? Let me grab them all because I don't have them and I didn't back the original Kickstarter. So they're really cool and I wanted to share them with you today. So we have a whole bunch of different again, to use these figures, you must own a copy of either Zombicide or Zombicide 2nd Edition. Okay, so let's crack these bad boys open and see what we got on the inside. So we got a whole bunch of them, so let's see what we got here. Doing one at a time. So our first one we're going to start off with is Zombicide Promo Zombivore. Let's see what it says on the back of the box. No one seems to know this Graf Latino's real name, but everyone calls him El Cholo. Whether he minds or even cares is unknown. El Cholo rarely speaks, preferring to let his twin machetes do the talking. A hardened farmhand or possibly an ex-cartel enforcer, putting zombies down at close quarters is El Cholo's specialty. And damn, he's good at it. The survivor whispers stories of hopeless last stands and daring raids, and El Cholo walking out covered in someone else's blood. Okay. Let's pop this open here. Okay, there you go. Choking hazard. What else it says in the back there? As far as he remembers, Dave always found reality to be terribly boring, so he locked himself up in an imaginary world and learned piles of useless stuff, and useless until now. Dave is in fount of knowledge. Oh, so this guy here, I'm sorry, I'm looking at this the wrong way. All right, so I'm looking at it the wrong way, so we can start it over again. So this guy here is Nick. This is not Cholo, so it's choice of one of three. And now I'm looking at this here a little bit closer. All right, so the one we have here, because it says in the back here, this is promo of Nick. Lieutenant Nicholas Walker has sometimes been bad and has always been lucky. Corporate and cocksure, Nick gets his man any way he can, even if it means doing things a normal cop wouldn't do. Bluffing and bullying his way through the streets of New York, this highly decorated officer has put away hundreds of criminals and lined his pockets discreetly while he was at it. Now, with no more crime and money meaningless, he desperately searches for his wife, rescuing and helping other survivors in the vain hope that someone has seen her. Sorry about that. So El Cholo is not in this box. This is Nick. So pull him out. So you get the one figure. There it is. And you get the clip that goes with his card, which is not included in this box. So that's Nick. Again, this is a promotional figure here. I also did an unboxing a while back. You can check that one out, of the Zombivore's first box. I think box 1 or box 2, I forget which one I did, but this figure is also included in there as well. But this is a promo piece, obviously, that was released as well prior to that box being released. So that's that character there. Of course, always top quality. There you have it. And there you have figure number 1, which is promo Zombivore, and again, that's the Nick figure that it says in the box. All right, put that over here. Next one we have is Cardboard Tube Samurai. Cardboard Tube Samurai. Why did that samurai risk his own life for a pig? Because he could. Cardboard Tube Samurai is a legend. Where does he come from? Where is he going? No one knows. Fighting philosopher and Zen warrior, his amazing combat abilities are unmatched. In this Zombicide era, he has appeared to descend deep wisdom and cardboard tube death. Okay, Cardboard Tube Samurai is the property of Penny Arcade Incorporated, used with permission. Of course, Simon Guillotine Games. More information, guillotinegames.com, pennyarcade.com as well. And you need a core box to use these figures, which we know already. So again, we're going to crack this one open up and see what kind of goodness is in there. Again, we got the Cardboard Tube Samurai, which is cool. There's a cool artwork on that side. So the regular figure and the Zombicide figure. Okay, no cards are included in these boxes. No cards. Just the figures. Alright. I'll get this one. And it comes with one clip. I like that figure. I don't always like the bend that they put on the characters, but you know, it's kind of, I guess, the trademark of the Zombicide thing that Simon does. Always got that bend. Looks kind of unnatural, but you know. But it's a really cool looking figure. Of course, that's the normal figure. And then we have the Zombicide variant for it, which is right here. Where he's been killed and he comes back to destroy others. So that's cool. And of course, it comes with a clip for the card. Again, this figure is for first edition, but again, you can find anything online which will give you the cards for these characters. And again, you can just adjust them for the second edition or use them with first edition. Union Worker number 42, aka Charles. So we got Charles, and this is from Wrath of Kings. This character from Wrath of Kings, right there it says. So there you go. That's one side. Very cool. That's his regular side. Looks like a pig mask on him. Or cat. No, it looks like a pig mask. And on the other side, you got his Zombicide version. I think Union Worker number 42, aka Charles. I think we should find some guns. Charles has never cosplayed at a convention before, but he was having a blast until the zombies appeared and turned the place into a slaughterhouse. After hiding and surviving the first wave, he didn't want to play as a Wrath of Kings Union Worker anymore, and tried to reach out for civilization without success. His years of LARPing had taught him a useful lesson or two about melee combat, though, and he's become one of the most efficient close-quarter fighters in town. Behind the big mask could hide a real hero. Now, if he only had a real sword too. Wrath of Kings. Okay, that's cool. Get the box open. Again, for all these figures, no cards are included. You can find them online if you need them. Again, clip for the card is included. So, Union Worker, this is him normally. Nice detail. It's a cool looking figure. And his Zombicide. Again, that was Union Worker number 42, aka Charles. Licensed from Wrath of Kings. So over there you go. So the next one we're going to go from is Nikki the Gator Wrangler. There she is. And there's the Zombicide. Nikki the Gator Wrangler. The South will rise again one day, but I ain't holding my breath. A Southern girl, Nikki grew up in Alabama on her mom and dad's alligator farm. Her parents taught her the tricks of the gator trade: skinning, tanning, breeding, and of course, wrestling. Nikki soon took over the family business, delighting folks of all ages by wrestling alligators twice her size and weight in submission. When the zombies came, she released her gators into the wild, fired up her motorcycle, and sped off into the sunset. A boom to any group of survivors, Nikki is a crack shot, wields a mean flaying knife, and knows hundreds of wrestling moves. So a great fighter to have on your team is Nikki the Gator Wrangler. Again, no cards included. There's your clip. Of course, this is the one I didn't take the tape off. Okay. No. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll cut that off the line. Again, we don't need to see it. Let me cut my fingers off. And there we go, right there. Sorry about that. And there we have it. See how all of them come taped, and I pre-cut them except for this one. Obviously, I didn't. So. Off for the time being. Okay, so this is the regular version of Nikki the Gator Wrangler. Cool figure. And then we have the Zombicide. Sometimes I think the Zombicide side of, figure looks cooler than a regular one. Looks like a more of an action pose there. There you go. Of course, like I said, the clip is included as well for the card. Card is not included in this expansion. There. Next one is Leah the Teenager. There's Leah. And Zombicide mode. Leah. See what it says in the back. Leah the Teenager. I don't need protection. You though need to learn a thing or two about women. Headstrong, resourceful, Leah was one of the rare teenagers who hung out with the popular kids and make the honor roll. Had her fiery temper not caused so much mischief among teachers and classmates alike, she could have reached the very top. Society and its dumb rules didn't fit her taste, and that kept her from having it all. The zombies changed all that. Life has gotten more challenging for Leah. She has outsmarted and outgunned most opponents so far, but lately she finds she's afraid to be left alone. She is learning to swallow her pride and trust other survivors. Zombies are teaching her how life can be easier when you have friends you can rely on. Once again, there are no cards included in this expansion. They are just the figures. So again, there's your clip 4, and here's Leah the Teenager. Her normal mode. So like I always say, you always kind of have the girls in one pose like this. And that's for, and here is her Zombicide pose. Which is a cool pose too. Actually, this is the non-Zombicide. This is actually the original regular pose. I'm looking at this, just the way the picture is on the cover. So this is her normal pose right there, which actually I like this pose. And then this one here is the Zombicide pose. So she drops the shotgun and picks up a pistol instead. Got reversed this time. Yeah, because there's the picture there. Okay. The Zombicide post. And non-Zombicide. There, so. Okay, there you have it. And that was Leah the Teenager. So I had that reversed. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Throw that one on top of there like that. 4 more to go. And this one we have here is Miss Trish, the kindergarten teacher. Again, Miss Trish, the kindergarten teacher. There she is. Looks familiar. Miss Trish, the kindergarten teacher. In kindergarten, only the strong survive. Miss Trish, as her young wards call her, may not look like much, but a core of steel lurks behind her granny glasses and sensible shoes. Leading nap times, teaching the ABCs, and dispensing timeouts to rowdy kindergartners, Miss Trish rules her classroom with an iron fist. The first zombie outbreak found her on a class trip at the children's zoo. Snatching up a firearm from a deceased police officer, she herded her young charges onto the Pickle Wiggle choo-choo train, which she then steered to safety. Trading in her picture books for an Uzi, Miss Trish is one teacher you don't want to cross. Looks like one of those characters from a different TV show, The Big Bang Theory. So, again, let's take a look at these. That's another one I didn't. Excuse me for a second while I cut the tape off. Both sides. When the tape is cut off, it's just a lot easier to open it up. So, again, there's the figures inside the box. Top off. Again, the clip is included, the card is not. So this is her normal mode. Do a little gray primer. All those details that you see there would pop right out, including her sensible shoes. Excellent. And then you have the Zombicide mode. Looking all kinds of disheveled, but equally strong. You can't really pick it up because of the color, but the face, the detail on the face is actually really, really cool. Again, I'm trying to show it to you, but the dark colors kind of prevents that on some level, but there's your figure. Again, those are your figures that are included with Miss Trish, the kindergarten teacher. And this time we have Claudia, the Rebel. One side and the zombie side. Again, Claudia, the Rebel. Let's see what it says about her. Unloved child of a struggling couple, Claudia was born and raised in a poor hood. A mother that worked 3 jobs at once and a father that grew a bit too close when Claudia became a teen soon led Claudia to the gangs. Getting in trouble with the popo and mixing it up with other gangs was a great education in unorthodox combat. The good news is these skills are pretty handy against zombies. Okay. Again, we're looking at Claudia, the Rebel. I'm a rebel, rebel. There we go. We got ourselves our clip again. Card is not included though. So we have our normal badass chick with a chainsaw. Can't go wrong with that one. That's a cool figure. Like when they add figures with different kinds of weapons rather than just pistols or machine guns or whatever, or AK-47s or AR-12s. Very cool. That's a very cool figure. And then the Zombicide, which has the Uzi and the pistol. That's the Zombicide figure, which is cool as well. There you have it. And that character there again, Claudia the Rebel. Again, you need a core box of Zombicide or Zombicide 2nd Edition to use these figures in the game of Zombicide. Okay, so we're going to continue to move on. I'm going to hold off on that one. We're going to look at Chris the Repo Man. There you go. Chris the Repo Man. Keep an eye out while I hotwire the 78 Chevy Nova. Chris's ability to hotwire any car in under 30 seconds made him a rising star in the automobile recovery field. If you needed a car repossessed, Chris was your man. Unfortunately, the seedy underbelly of the used car business soon intruded. Stopped by the police after repossessing a Lincoln Continental, Chris was unable to explain the dead body in the trunk. Before this unfortunate misunderstanding could be cleared up, he found himself in the county pen. Escaping after the first zombie outbreak, Chris's unique automobile retrieval skill set has made him much in demand amongst the survivors. Okay. There you have it. Clip included. Card is not. And there you go. That's his normal mode. Then we got the Zombicide mode. The creepy hand included. Of course, Simon has always done a great job with casting of figures. Very cool. Looks like he's got a hole back there in his clothing. Again, creepy hand included in this figure. Very cool. There you have it. That is Chris the Repo Man. And last, push this over one more. Try to get them. I'm trying to get them all in shot so you guys can see them all. And last but not least is Aliana, Heskey, and Elena. Aliana, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Aliana Heska, aka Elena. Again from Wrath of Kings. And we have this is the traditional. And there's your Zombicide mode. Okay, see what it says here. Aliana Heska, aka Elena. Elena hates blood, but Aliana revels in it. That's the whole point of cosplay, you know. You can completely be someone else. A dedicated cosplayer, Elena was in the Great Hall of her favorite convention when zombies, real zombies, swarmed the place. After hiding and surviving the first wave, she decided to go further into her character. Aliana Heska, senior Hakar of the Ashman Legion, knows no fear and will drive the zombie scum straight back to the hell they came from. But first, the Wrath of Kings heroine has to find her swords. Again, clip included, the card is not. Okay, this is that's a cool figure. Do like that. It's like, if you know the character Loki from the Marvel characters, it's got the same kind of helmet, which is kind of cool. The two swords. Very samurai-ish. That's a cool figure. Very, very cool. That will paint up nicely. And then, of course, you have the Zombicide mode figure as well, which is also very cool. See that the top, it's not broken off, but it's obviously broken off just for effect. It's not really broken off, but you understand what I mean. Their dress is all ripped to shreds, or is shredded, I should say. And there you go. So those are your two figures. All right. So that was, let's see how many we got here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 character packs. Got 9 character packs from expansions for the Zombicide core box set. Again, you need an edition, either first or second edition of Zombicide to use these figures in. And you need a core set with the game and rules to play. Again, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. If you enjoyed it, give us a like, and of course, you can always leave a comment below. If you really enjoyed it, you could always subscribe to the channel. This way you are kept up to date with anything that we're doing and any of the new unboxing videos that we're releasing. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next video.